You just gotta make it through the long, dark nights.
Man, that right there is a trailer. It's a new sheriff in town, Heather B. You know, in quarantine, I might have watched up 1,452 series since we've been on quarantine. but none of them have quite struck my interest like this one called P-Valley, which airs Sundays on Stars. And, you know, yeah, definitely there's a lot of eye candy. Definitely is a lot of allure. But there are a lot of layers to the stories you're going to hear about P-Valley. Creator Katori Hall, who's incredible in her own right. And this is a story that kind of centers around strip club dancers in the South. And the main character is played by this amazing person that you may have seen on different series like the New Edition story, the Bobby Brown story, Lethal Weapon. She's done a lot of different work, but she's a former high school teacher turned actress. And shit, if she wanted to, she could go into the stripping business. The one and only Brandy Evans is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Get it,
Brandy. My gosh.
Good morning. Good morning, y'all.
How you doing, Brandy? What the?
I am great. How are y'all?
Great.
I think we're all good. We're all good, ladies. Everybody
Yes.
good?
We blessed. We blessed.
We're blessed,
Yes,
Brandy.
Amen. Amen.
I want to talk about P-Valley, you know, which is short for Pussy Valley, you know, but it was a play that it was adapted in 2015 and made into a TV series. Katori Hall, who's incredible, very, very insightful. When you listen to her talk about this series and how many different people she interviewed to get the real stories, and it really being not about race as much as it is about a place. Being the South, and how this culture, this nightlife, adult industry culture, strip club culture, has become almost like a subculture, a necessity for people to make it in their everyday walk of life. But these dancers aren't necessarily who you think they are, who you might stigmatize them as. And your lead character, Mercedes, is not only the lead dancer in the strip club, but she also teaches school-age kids on the side, you know.
Yes.
And which is interesting about that, because you do Hip Hop and Hills, which is something that you've done in multiple cities. And what's the slogan you got? You bring your confidence and I'll do the rest. What is that you say?
Yeah, bring your confidence and I'll do the rest. So it's for women, actually for older ladies, for those of you that are listening, it is for 18 and up, y'all. So, it's Hip Hop and Hills. I tell the ladies, bring their confidence and I'll do the rest. Because a lot of women are like, well, I can't dance. And I'm like, this is not what this is about. It's not for you to be on a competitive dance team or trying to hit the stage on tour. It's just getting your own confidence together and feeling sexy in your own skin, no matter what race, no matter what size, ethnicity, anything.
Why was that important for you to create this vehicle?
Well, first of all, with Hip Hop and Hills, and why I think it's even more important now, a lot of women are comparing themselves to other women. And I need you to know that you are just as sexy at 110 as you are at 310 pounds. So I wanted women to see themselves. I would literally make them sometimes have their cell phones, and we would just take selfies of ourselves in the mirror and find your own sexy, find your own confidence, because we're always looking online. A lot of people are, and comparing ourselves. But look at yourself and find the beauty in yourself. So I wanted these women to feel that way.
Did it make it easy? Because Heather, I don't know if I mentioned this, or I did mention it, that, you know, Brandy was, you were a high school teacher at one point, correct?
Yes, I was the department chair. I showed out and left everything. Department chair of Southwind High School.
And wow, and you know how hard it is for people to live their truth. Like, you had a solid job, you know, the checks were sturdy. You know, you knew what your purpose was, and you kind of hung it all up to pursue this dream. What was the turning point for you? Like, what was that definitive moment that made you go, you know what, I'm going to write this letter of retirement, quit teaching, and go be a dancer and become an actress? Like, what was it?
I had lost so much at that time. At the time, my ex-husband had been deployed. I'd had a stillbirth. And I had lost my team coaching my high school dance team after they won nationals. So all of that happened, I want to say all that happened within the same month. And I was just like, okay, I need a moment. I need a break. So I took a title loan out of my car because I didn't have any money, and flew to L.A. to take my friend Kenneth's class because I just always had fun when I came to L.A. It made me feel like I wasn't in the drama of real life, if that makes sense. So dance was my therapy. So I came out here to Kenneth's class to take the class, and then Kenneth sent me to a choreographer named Othan, and y'all seen her with everyone from Chris Brown to Snoop and everything. And I was like, I don't know who this woman is, but he wants me to go here and dance. And then Othan goes, okay, you're booked. And I was like, booked for what? I'm thinking I'm just dancing. I'm completely green, y'all. I don't have headshots. I have 2 weeks' worth of clothes. I just lied to an agency telling them I was going to move to California just so I could make it to the end of the audition. And she's like, you're booked for tour. And I was like, tour where? And she's like, you're the opening act for Lil Wayne. You leave at the end of the week. And so on that bus, I actually posted a picture of Othan a couple days ago. It was her birthday. And it was that day on July 29th. We were on the tour bus with Pleasure Pete going to the, on the road with Lil Wayne. And I said, I think I'm not coming back to teaching school. I don't even think I consulted anyone else about it. I just wrote, maybe my best friend Janine, and I wrote that resignation letter, and I still have it right here. And I'm like, I'm not going back because I wasn't happy teaching. I was good at it. But, you know, a lot of times we take jobs that we're not happy with just because we got to pay the bills. And I remember telling my friend Toya one day on lunch, like, this is not what I want to do. I wish I could just live my life. And I felt guilty because I was pregnant at the time, and it was a couple of weeks after that I had a stillbirth. And I felt for a minute that God was punishing me. And I was like, because I wasn't grateful. And I was like, well, no, maybe God just wants me to go live in my truth. And so that's what happened.
You hear that, Bizzle?
Wow.
You see what I mean?
I love it. Brandy, and congratulations, sis, on everything.
Thank you.
I think more than what you're saying to me, like the B story and all of it, it's just that it's so inspirational, you know, like it's so inspiring what you're sharing, your truth about it all. But the work side of it in terms of creating the series and creating the show, I have a two-part question. One, your last name Evans. There's a television family in the industry. Evans, you got Bentley Kyle Evans, you got Stacey Morgan Evans, you got now. Are you related to them in any way in terms of television? And then B, how was the process creating your series? When did you find time with everything that was going on to write your series out?
To write the series for P Valley?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Katori Hall. How did she have time? Listen, that's all Katori's doing. Let me back up to the first part. No, I'm not related to them. I'm like Tina Turner, y'all. That was my married name, and I worked for that, so I was keeping my.
This is why I'm telling you, like, it's so real with you. I'm like this. I feel like it's all your story. But go ahead. That's hilarious.
Yes, that's just that married name. And I was like, listen, I done fought for this name in the industry. We keeping that.
That's too real.
But as far as trying to get it all done with P Valley, learning and doing all of that, oh God, I don't even know how I actually made it through the series still when I think about it, because I don't know if y'all know I'm a caregiver for my mom who has multiple sclerosis and Alzheimer's. So I've literally took Mama to Atlanta with me to film this, and child, getting off at 4 a.m. and then becoming a caregiver and sleeping maybe 2 hours to come back to set. I still don't know how I made it through. But like I said, God, because when I look back, I'm like, how did you make it through 5-6 months of filming this and being a caregiver and the lead of a show?
Yeah, you actually took your mother out of nursing care, right, and decided to do it yourself.
When I was on tour with Lettucey, I was dancing and choreographing for artists. So at this time, I was on tour with Lettucey, and Mama had a bad fall, and it ended up putting her in therapy, which in a rehab facility, which was a nursing facility as well. Well, she never really healed from that fall, so she couldn't walk. So on her birthday, she ended up in a nursing home, and that's the one thing I always promised my mother as a child, like, I will never let you be in a nursing home. And I remember Grandma worked in one, and we would go visit all the time, and I would see how bad it was, if I'm honest, and not knocking anyone that has to have their parent there. But I just personally did not want my mom there. And my brother and I, we were trying to figure it out. We took out GoFundMes and just, reached out to everybody we could think of. Like, I'm like, y'all, you don't have to pay. Can y'all just repost to anybody that can help? So we raised about $14,000 in 4 days, and I went and got my mama on December 21st, 2016, and I have been with her ever since. She took care of me, so I can take care of her.
Get that a round of applause. Can you please?
Thank
Because
you.
a lot of folks, and Trace, I'm going to let you jump in, but a lot of folks, and a lot of us, and we don't talk openly. It's almost a stigma behind a sick relative or a relative that's living with a condition. Your mother has MS and Alzheimer's. And we see that running rampant in our communities as well. Everybody's experience is different. You had the strength and the wherewithal to do what it is that you're doing. These things require a lot of patience. It requires a lot of patience. I've dealt with taking care of elders in my family. What words of encouragement would you want to give some of the people that's tuned in right now that's living with a family member like in those conditions?
Y'all accept help. I'm still dealing with accepting help because we get so prideful sometimes, or we just get, if I'm honest, ashamed. I don't want people to know I'm struggling. I didn't want people to know I didn't have food in my refrigerator when I got P-Valley. My mentor, Robbie Reed, had just bought me groceries. Thank you, Robbie.
Shout out to Robbie Reed.
Robbie Reed.
Yes, Robbie Reed. Amazing. And I didn't want people to know how bad it was or how hard it was or those days, y'all. Even now, yesterday, Mama couldn't eat. I'm like, oh my gosh, trying to hold her mouth open. But ask for help, and it's okay to accept help because people do want to help you, y'all, but they don't know unless we ask for it. So that would be my biggest thing that I'm still learning right now is to accept and ask for help.
Brandy
Evans, takes a village.
It takes a village. Brandy Evans is with us. P-Valley Sundays on Stars. It's the hottest thing going right now. Trust me, you want to watch it. You'll be watching it over and over. Tracy, she plays Mercedes, as you know. You got a question? You want to jump in there?
Yes, absolutely,
Yes.
Brandy. What's up, Mama?
Hey,
So
Tracy.
good to have
Hey,
you.
girl.
Hey. Okay, my question is, I would love to know your perspective, your offering for men who may look at a woman who is embracing herself, who is sexually empowered, who's upgrading her confidence, right? And so that may come, the result of that may be she's wearing more high heels, or she may be like, you know what? I can fit into a small, so why have I been doing a large? What have you?
Right.
But because so many men still view the way a woman presents herself as something that is made for their judgment, for their desires, right? Like they're confused because the number of times I have seen, and still in recent years, a woman walk into a room and she might be showing like a little bit of cleavage, and as soon as she leaves, there's like, why was she dressed like that? Oh, is she dressed like that on purpose? And I've experienced that in my life too. And I'm like,
Right.
how the hell am I supposed to dress?
Right. I think a lot of it is people's own insecurity. Maybe they want their wife to dress like that. Let's just be honest, ladies. Sometimes are we hating? That confidence that maybe you're afraid to do, and you see her doing it. And you don't judge a book by its cover, ladies and gentlemen. Like, get to know these people. You don't know what they're thinking. For instance, I might put on some shorts and heels one day because I'm still trying to come to grips with my legs, y'all. I've said it before. I wasn't a fan of my legs. It's not that they're bad. I'm just curvy, so just trying to get confident. You don't know if I'm walking in here trying to build my own confidence up.
Right.
So I think a lot of times we need to just step back and get out of our own way. And just let people live their life, y'all. Like, you do you and let them do them. It doesn't matter. If you don't want to show your cleavage, don't. But she's feeling confident in hers, and she's not doing anything to hurt you.
I like that.
Word.
Brandy Evans is here. I got a question because I'm watching this. I watched episode 1 and 2 maybe 3 times a piece.
Oh,
Wow. What was your favorite part, Sway?
You a fan, yes.
Hey, Brandy, I'm a fan. Okay. And everybody, Nico Anand, who plays Uncle Clifford, he's incredible. Shannon Thornton, everybody, Jay Alphonse, Skylar Joy, Alerica Johnson, Parker Sawyers.
Yes.
Yes, all of the whole Loretta Devine, like all of these folks are just bringing it, and it gives me a whole nother outlook on strip clubs and strippers. I've always been non-judgmental about it, because you never know why somebody's doing where they are. Maybe maybe it's just their passion. Who knows? But to be a stripper used to have a stigma on it. and it's so much to it. And this is what I like about this show. Like, you guys are athletic. You're aficionados at what you do. But a stripper life isn't easy. And if we got anybody who strips right now, who dances, and is part of dances, okay, anybody who dances, adult dancing, 888-742-3345. What have you learned? I mean, because these dancers, they don't have a lot of time. They don't have a HR department. You know, they don't have health insurance. The working, either, it might be to pay to college. Some people might just be dancing to get the money, but it's just so many layers to why folks dance. What kind of research what kind of research have you done on that life, and what perception have you walked away with, or what perception can you give folks that's different from the cliche, the typical that we tend to have?
Oh, it is so different now that I've been around this world. I went to all the clubs in Memphis that I could find, in Atlanta and in Los Angeles, because I wanted to go to what people would call the quote-unquote white club and the black club. I need to see it all, because regardless, all of these women had stories, and it was a central theme to, they all are here for a reason and different reasons. So I was just getting lap dances, y'all, talking. I know these women, if you're listening now, y'all, I'm sorry I was interviewing you while you was trying to give me a dance. But I literally was like talking to them, and then finally I started telling them, okay, well, I'm playing in this show. And they were like, oh, okay, girl, because you was asking a lot of questions. But just trying to understand them and get a feel for why they're here. They're actresses. I've learned that the most of them need an Emmy and an Oscar, because they are putting on a show for you, and when they leave, it's a whole nother world. So I learned that, and just realizing, wait, they're in here playing a game, the same way as when they go action for me and cut, it's a wrap. Like, they're doing the same thing. That the money they make is not what you think. Yes, really? They can make good money. They can make great money, but do you know what all they got to tip people? They got to pay taxes. You know what I mean? Like, coming in and out. I had no idea you had to pay a DJ. Had no idea you were tipping the bartenders and things of that sort. I just thought whatever they got on the stage was theirs. I didn't even know what a tip out was. I remember being in the wardrobe with Rita and Alita, and they're like, well, this is what you're going to wear for your tip out. I was like, what is the tip out? Trying to understand. I was like, wow, so I have to go give the money to Uncle Clifford? Just learning myself what this is. So, and then just the stigmas, like Miss Mississippi's story. You know how many women are there trying to just get a release from whatever's happening to them at home, domestically, or just with Autumn, you're going to find out some things. It's just so many reasons that women are either there for their own liberation or even running from things.
Wow.
Wow. And these stories play out in this series through the different characters, which is good. How much danger did you discover was involved in it through your interviews and when you were doing your research?
It wasn't much of danger. I learned more about the family of it. A lot of people see the negative side of it, but like the bodyguard, for instance, the bodyguard really loves these girls in all the clubs. Like, they've got their back. They're not, they don't feel unsafe there. That's what I've learned, and I'm sorry if anyone has seen something differently, but from what I've heard from our ladies who are actual dancers and retired dancers on the P Valley, they've told us the same. Like, there is a diamond in the club. There is that Big L as well, where he's there having the girls back as well. So it felt more like a safety, and these men don't play about their ladies in the club, y'all.
Yeah, you could take an L. Brandy Evans is here. She plays Mercedes in P Valley Sundays on Stars. Sundays night. We got Dominique on the line. Good morning, Dominique.
Hey, Dominique.
Good morning. I just want to make
Dominique
one adjustment. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not Dominique. I'm Donique.
Oh, Dominique.
Dominique.
My bad.
The simple version.
Okay, Dominique. That's unique. All right, go for it.
Thank you. Good morning, you guys. I love y'all. I've been calling like every day just so I could say one thing, and I haven't gotten through yet.
Okay, here it is. Go for it.
I am an aspiring exotic dancer. I consider myself a twerkaholic. I cannot help but to dance. You never met a twerkaholic before?
Good girl, yeah, I got a plenty twerkaholics. My friend back home, Tia. Hey, Tia.
You know, even if I try on a hat, and some sunglasses, I gotta make sure I twerk good in it. So, I was thinking I might as well get paid to do this thing, but I grew up in a really huge city where everybody knows everybody, and they're so quick to pass judgment. Now I live in a really small city, where everybody still does know everybody, but I don't know anyone here. And I was thinking about just going for it because I got to make this money, honey. I have no children. I'm a young store manager, trying to buy me a house and plan these trips. Any advice for an aspiring exotic dancer?
Brandy?
You know, just in a new city by myself, don't know if I really should do it or not.
Well, you know what? I say go try out one of those amateur nights, because even before P Valley Girl, I wanted to try it. Like if you've seen episode 1 with Autumn Night doing the booty battle, girl, go try it out and see if you like it. You might like it, you might not even like it. So you got to go try it before you jump all the way in. But definitely go try it and see what happens.
Okay, of course.
Hey, Dominique,
take a friend with you. Take a friend with you, girl. You got to stay safe.
Of course.
Okay.
Great advice.
Hey, Dominique, you got a Instagram?
You know what?
I'm just gonna let her pump. I'm just gonna let her.
You know what?
I'm gonna let her pump her Instagram. Heather, no.
She can do demon time.
Because I'm a hustler. My Instagram is more focused on my aspiring motivational speaking work and public speaking work. So the name of my Instagram is Ray of Sunshine. That's a play on my last name. It's WRAYOFSUNNSHINE. I want to bring sunshine to everybody. But my Snapchat name is Strip Club Booty. That's BOOTI. It might be an
You know what else you might like? Something to consider too. Like, let's just say when you go do an amateur night and you liked being on stage, but you don't like the atmosphere, you might be able to collect some people's emails and then use that to start your OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting bread on there, and you don't have to worry about your safety, you know what I mean? Your comfort zone, because you're just like literally in your crib. So you determine how much you keep on or take off. But right now, I know a lot of folks who is making a lot of bread on there.
You know, I ran the idea by my boyfriend, and, you know, he was all for making the money, but then when I said I was going to be naked on there, his whole face changed. And I just was like, hey, I can buy this house and you can live in it, or you can't. It's either what you want to do.
You need to ask Brandy where they auditioning for the next season. You sound like a whole character on there. I would watch you in a minute.
Right?
Yes,
yes.
I mean the motivational
Straight up.
stripper. The
I'm
motivational
gonna be
exotic
guest
dancer.
on Sway in the morning. Y'all gonna call me? I'm gonna be talking. I'm gonna be like, this girl is a trip. I'm gonna say, pack your bags because I'm taking you with me.
There it is, man. I'm a believer, Dominique. I'm a believer, okay? Give her a round of applause. Follow Brandy, too. All right, Brandy, what's your social?
I am the real Brandy with 2 E's. My mama was extra, y'all, so put the 2 E's on the end, not a Y or I. The real Brandy. And that's on
I
Instagram
love
and
Brandy.
Twitter.
I love you, sis. Man, energy is
Thank
beautiful.
you.
All right,
Thank
Dominique,
you, guys.
be safe and be great, Dominique. It's in you. You got it. You got that quality about
Okay.
you, okay? All right,
Thank
you're a citizen.
That's why in the
Absolutely.
morning.
All right, we got Demetrius on the line from North Carolina. Say hello to Brandy, Demetrius. What up?
Hey, D.
Hey, Brandon, what's going on now?
What's
Love
up?
the show, man. You and all that.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm on break right now. Half my break was, waiting to talk to y'all. And I got another half just to chat it up and do whatever after that.
Hey, so you watched the
Road
show?
Warrior, by the way, hashtag Road Warrior.
Okay, Road Warrior. We got a Road Warrior. Hey, so you watched the show, Demetrius? You see her as Mercedes?
Every second. Mercedes, I love you. I love hashtag Marilyn Monroe. I hope you and Thomas Jones be that couple in the show. Man, you popping. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. Oh, you real caught up. You caught Thomas in it, huh? You want Marilyn and Mercedes to get together?
God, how can I miss a 10-year NFL running back? Hey, he had a great man. I love the show. I'm just speechless. I'm at all right now. Okay. And the special part I want to say is a part where you and old girl was in the room and they was talking business, and you was like, you want brown or white, and that said white. Man, I went to go buy a bottle of Hennessy that next day. I don't even drink.
you went with the brown liquor. Thank you.
Oh God, yeah.
Wow, man.
And I just want to say personally, like, just that whole light skin, dark skin thing is like, just for a brown skinned woman to show that confidence, I love it. Like, I love all races, women, and all that, but black women I've been dealing with since '87, and I love it.
87. You know what?
87. I love it.
Since 87.
I do.
Oh my!
37 years.
Hey, one last thing. Sway can ask folk Instagram. I'm giving you mine.
What's your Instagram, D?
DLS _21.
DLS underscore. Okay,
DLS _21.
Man, you just got a new follower with me, brother. I'm on you.
God, that's what I'm talking about, boy.
Okay, you know what we doing, family. You a citizen. You a citizen.
I appreciate it.
I see your locks, kid. I see your locks.
Y'all do the whole thing.
Okay, be safe, brother. I'm gonna take Peaches from Jersey. Peaches, what up?
Stand up, Jersey.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Good morning.
What's up, Peaches?
Hey. You want to chime in on this conversation?
Yes. So I am a former dancer. I danced back in my heyday. I'm from Jersey. So I danced in Irvington, Essex County. That was my stomping grounds back in the day. So
All house.
Yep. So it was a gift and a curse because, in that life, you had to really read people and read energies. You know what I mean? Like a strip club is so much going on at once, right? So we talking about drugs, we talking about alcohol, we talking about music, we talking about shysters, ballers, we talking about everybody all in one. So one thing I can say that I learned from the experience was how to read people. So now I'm basically a therapist. So I was going, yes, thank you guys. So I was basically dancing to kind of support myself through college.
I love it.
So I went to Rutgers University, North Campus. You know what I mean? I got my bachelor's, got my master's.
Oh,
so, so I'm here. So, but I must say for the girls that are thinking about doing it, you have a lot of girls that come into the industry broken already. They're susceptible to the bullshit that comes with the strip club, the drugs, the prostitution, because there's a lot of things that come with it that's dark as well. So I say, if any girls out there are inspiring or is curious when it comes to that, you kind of have to make sure your shit is together and you solid before tampering in that lifestyle.
Wow, Peaches, congratulations. You went and got a master's degree.
I have a mouthful, right?
Nah, but that's that therapist in you. And then it is interesting because Mercedes' character, too, is using stripping to go to pursue her dreams, of owning a building and teaching these kids. So I appreciate you sharing that insight for those who want to
Definitely,
get into that field,
because
okay?
it's so exotic. I'm sorry to interrupt, Sway, but the lifestyle is so glamorized, and you have these young girls just wanting to live this lifestyle or just live this thing they see on TV, and not knowing if you come in with daddy issues, you come in with a weed habit, if you come in with a pill habit, if you're not solid, that shit'll suck you dry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That lifestyle will suck you dry if you don't know what you're doing.
Okay, there it is. I'm letting
you
flow.
Thank you, guys. I just wanted to kind of give the devil's advocate just the other side to the story.
Thank you.
Peaches,
you're a citizen, okay?
Sway in the
morning. Thank you, guys. Have a
All
good
right,
day.
cool.
Thank you.
Yo, Brandy, you see how many people are just like responding to this show? P Valley is much
It's
more than
amazing.
yeah, man. And it's tell Katori. I don't know her personally, but tell her congratulations for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. Thank you. This is exactly why she wanted to do this show and to get these women's stories out, like what she just said right now. Like, she's going to school. Congratulations, sis. You know, she got her degrees, and that's the truth. We had some ladies when we were filming P Valley that were in school and studying on their break. So it's very authentic, and I'm very glad that these women can see themselves in these characters.
There it is. P Valley, Sundays on Stars, Sunday nights. Make sure you check it out.
Yes.
If you haven't watched it, the first 2 episodes are out. If you want to go over scenes, I could tell you the dialogue.
Man,
Listen, y'all gotta
shame.
don't jump in on episode 3, y'all. Go back and catch 1 and 2 because it is a huge reveal in episode 3 for Mercedes. So you definitely want to catch up so you can understand.
Oh, I see how you did that. All right, I like that. Brandy Evans, man. Give her a big round of applause. All right. Thank you for being on the show. You're a citizen, okay?
In the morning.
Appreciate you, Brandy.
Okay, take care.
Have a good day, y'all.
You too. We
You
got Celebrity Wires coming up next.
Yeah, and J. Cole, he's revealing something for the first time.
Shade 4-5.